lay out every complaint all at once here. The story is fucking awful. The story is terrible.
What story? There is no story.
Overall, I'd give the story a 2 or a 3 out of 10.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So about 10 days ago I dropped a video on the moment that completely sold me on Crimson Desert. Well, I was already gonna commit to it, but I was having my doubts here and there. The puzzle weren't really doing it for me, but the combat sure was, and I wanted to have the opportunity to test out various combat mechanics and stuff, and it was the Caring Core Liberation, followed by other outpost liberation and some boss fights and the exploration, and slowly but surely I became more and more hooked on it, fighting in the open world, exploring and all that jazz. But today I actually want to talk about something else, which is the story and how a lot of the internet has just hyper fixated on this. Obviously it's gotten a lot better now, but I want to talk about why this happened to begin with. It began, I believe, from Western gaming journals. IGN obviously had a big part to play in that, and it was fascinating to me how they were focusing specifically on the story when they haven't done this with games that aren't exactly known for having a peak story like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. And I could think of other games too. No one really cared about that. Those games have great lore. Once again, story, come on. People were really harping on the story. Of course, I get why some folks were disappointed. They also think they were missing the point of what the game was trying to be. Like, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say the story is a masterpiece. Obviously, it's no Witcher 3, it's no Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's no Cyberpunk. I think one of the main issues is that it does feel disjointed quite a lot at the time. Like, the main quest jumps around, some cutscenes feel like they're from 3 different drafts of the script, and yeah, Cliff isn't exactly the most chatty protagonist on the planet. In fact, he could probably work as a custom character, to be perfectly fair. But here's the thing that bugs me. Why are we acting like this game was ever sold to us as a narrative-driven epic? From the jump, Pearl Abyss has said that Crimson Desert is an open-world action. I don't even think they said RPG, although I'd still argue it has plenty of RPG elements that it might as well be more RPG than other RPGs. A game built around combat, exploration, and freedom, basically a sandbox experience, think of it like that. The story is the seasoning, not the main course, and yet they were so focused on the story being trash. And here's the thing, I don't even think it's awful. Like, the more I play, the more I get attached to this story. And it's not because it's a masterpiece. I won't say it's a masterpiece. You'll never hear me say that. That would just be dishonesty. It's not because of big cinematic moments or some top tier writing. I just think the process of the greymanes slowly being rebuilt, as you get to know them, you get to spend time with them, you get to see all these moments with them. Like, Cliff had some conversation with Naira and you find out their childhood friends. There are these sequences as you walk with them on the horse, and Ian is pretty fun. I call him the Lambert of from Witcher 3, the Lambert of Crimson Desert, except even more unhinged. He always gets into trouble, he always has some new idea, and you kind of have to bail him out when it fumbles. There are all these charming moments. You see them drinking late into the night and then waking up with a hangover. Bit by bit, a certain attachment is being formed. Like, maybe there's just me, like, I'm the kind of guy who used to get attached to units in RTS games. Like, I was playing Dawn of War and I was attached to my Space Marines. Like, I had the mission objective, but then my personal objective was make it with as least unit losses as possible. I'm gonna get my boys alive through this. So just like this, I'm getting attached to greymanes. As Cliff slowly rebuilds the camp step by step, recruiting strangers, picking up tanks, unlocking new vendors, sending your boys out to work, hearing the banter between the crew, I'm actually getting attached. It doesn't hit you all at once, it sneaks up on you while you're out there grinding, do your thing. 1 minute you're just doing side stuff, the next you're thinking, alright, I need to get Ian back here because this place feels empty without that loud idiot. And Ian, god damn it, never make me gamble again, fuck though, man. It starts feeling like your mercenary company, your highlight on your maybe I'm weird like that, but I'm just getting attached to these charming idiots, or however you want to call them. And can we talk about the double standard for a second? Like I said, nobody roasted Elden Ring or the Dark Souls game for not having a top tier story. Those games give you crumbs of lore through item descriptions and cryptic NPC dialogues, and we all lost our mind over how genius it was. Environmental storytelling, we called it. Now, I'm not saying ignore the criticism. The disjointed feeling is legit. In fact, I feel like if the story wasn't as disjointed, what I mean by that is like you finish one part of the main quest, then Cliff suddenly knows it's time for the next. There needs to be more of a smooth transition from finishing one sequence of a big quest into another, or even small quests, and I already think it would have been a lot better. And yeah, Cliff could have had a few more lines as well, so he doesn't feel like a mute action doll all the time. Like, I get trying to be the stoic hero, but Geralt is that, and more interesting. I'm not expecting Cliff to be Geralt, but I'm sure a bit more could have been done with him.
Some inner monologues, that always helps. Like visual novels do that, and they always provide excellent characterizations. More banter between him and the greymanes. And in fact, you do get that, but I feel like you get more from their side, and Cliff has minimal interactions. More of that could have added a lot to his personality, even though he's the silent hero type. Now, I'm only in chapter 4, mind you, almost in chapter 5. I've just been taking my sweet time doing some of the longer side quests, which take you all over the place, and they too have a pretty interesting story. Like, there was one tale where I was chasing down clues left behind by a legendary thief, and I was working with a noble, quite a philanthropist, to uncover this thief, and he left some interesting clues that take you all over the place. Obviously, on the way you do some puzzles, you find more teleporters, you find some more abyssal cubes, and so on and so forth. And at the end leaves you with a decent conclusion. I like those quests too, or the one where I freed a fishing village from some dancing pirates with the Sir Catfish boss. That was excellent as well. It's like truly emergent storytelling. You start from visiting some fish village, hearing some rumors, they send you off somewhere on the map, then you see villagers outside, they tell you the town has been captured, you engage in combat, you might even engage in a rescue mission, that might be hit or miss. You fight the boss, free the town, and there might be more to do after, like help rebuild it. In this case, I had to literally board their ship as well, and it was a blast. Like, you have no idea how these quests are gonna evolve. I'm really curious on the big side stories, as well as on the main story. Like I said, I'm not sure how the main story is gonna evolve, but I am step by step getting more and more attached to our fellow greymane. Now, should I say some of these side stories are stronger? I think so. You know why? Because stories are more self-contained, and it combines them with gameplay. The abyssal parts honestly are some of the weakest aspects of the main story in my opinion, and the charming aspects are you rebuilding the greymanes. Do let me know what you guys think of the story aspects of this game, both the main one as well as the side ones. I'd especially like to hear more people talk about the side quests, and I don't mean the side fetch quests, those are whatever, you know, we could do without those. Some of the longer side quests. As always, thank you for watching and listening. I will be continuing to stream this game as I'm really liking it, and even when I don't like it, it's an interesting case study in the sense that I wonder why did they add this? Like, they thought this was fun. I'm looking at you. Puzzles. Not all of them, but definitely quite a few of them. So yeah, that's it from me. See ya around. Have a good day. Peace.